Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Glad you're here. Sorry, I haven't done some lives for a while, but trying to get over being sick. And then we've had a lot of crazy weather here in Texas. We had a lot of flooding. Even back toward the north, they have freeze. Everything's shut down, schools, roads, everything. They're not even moving, basically in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. And there's another front coming through to them. We're a little bit, that's further north. We're going to get rain starting at 9 o'clock again tonight, and it will go through tomorrow. We did have some roads that flooded, made it kind of hard. My daughter couldn't get through to go get the kids from school, so she had to wait till some of the parents that had a truck could go, because it would have flooded the car out. It just, and then they had later release because it was so bad, because of buses and stuff. So anyway, that's what's been going on. And plus just trying to get over all this colds and, I don't know, asthma and bronchitis and all this stuff. It's just been rough. I don't know why, but I found a different inhaler they're putting me on, and it seems to help a lot. So anyway, today I'm doing the salmon with the teriyaki sauce, and I'm doing a cheesecake. Now, the cheesecake is not baked. A lot of people want something that's, especially with Miss Menza. She said, oh, there's too many steps in that stuff. You can't do all that. You make it too complicated. There's too many steps, like on my chocolate cake and stuff. It's not that bad. So anyway, I'm making one you don't have to bake. So you do have to let it set up for a while in the refrigerator for a few hours. And I did make a topping to go on it later, but it doesn't have any eggs in it. So you're fine on all your stuff like that. So anyway, let me get started. So anyway, over here on the stove, I put, hold on just a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, guys. Anyway, I have a burner on about between medium and high, and I have 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And I also have, let me see if I can get this. There you can see, I think a little better now. I backed it up. Yeah. 2 tablespoons of butter and about, not quite 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And you need to let that get hot. I am only fixing a piece of salmon this big because there's only 2 of us here that eat it, my grandson and me. This is supposed to be close to a pound. So that's about 8 ounces each. They recommend, most diets or in nutrition recommend 5 to 6 ounces. So actually, you can almost eat 3 with that. Because you have rice or other things. I did put rice on there. I'm not going to make rice because I know why I put it on there, because I'm sure everybody knows how to cook rice. So I just cook regular rice to serve on the side of it. So anyway, let's get started on this. Like I said, I got to let this burner get warm. You want to let your butter and your olive oil get kind of hot in here, because you're going to want it seared on your salmon. It doesn't take long for salmon to cook. But anyway, I use this. I'll show you. I don't have anything but a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, black pepper, and it's called Slap Yum Mama. They have a hot and they have a mild. This is a mild. And it just has a lot of seasonings in it, mainly like seasoning salt. I don't know. I don't really know what's in it, but I just use it. I guess you could just use seasoning salt and pepper, and other things like that. Because there are other things that go on it, and I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to get the stuff over here that I'm going to put on it. You can go ahead. I don't want this to get to burning, though. I don't want it to burn much. I'm going to go ahead and put some garlic powder on here, okay? And I'm going to put some paprika on here. Almost got too much of that. But paprika really doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. Hold on, guys, just a minute. Let me get the rest. I brought the wrong one over. You need red pepper flakes, but that'll go in the sauce later. So anyway, and I have garlic. I have butter. I have soy sauce and brown sugar over here on the side. Oh, people call when I get in this. Hold on. So anyway, again, there's brown sugar. I have a little bit of cornstarch mixed up in case I need to thicken it. There's, like I said, brown sugar, soy sauce, red pepper flakes, there's garlic, and of course we'll put some more of the seasonings in there too. So anyway, I just put the garlic powder that on. So I think this is okay. Now I got that a little bit too hot talking. But anyway, you want to put it that side down first and the skin side up, like that. Some people take the skin off, I don't, because then it falls apart on you. I mean, you don't even have to make a sauce, actually, for it, but I like the sauce on it. It's really good. And some people, for some reason, some people don't seem to like any kind of fish, so they think it all tastes kind of funny. Now, as it starts to get around like that, and your butter and olive oil starts to get dark, turn it down to medium and let it, and you can kind of watch on the sides of your salmon. You can see, you can tell because the salmon will go from a red to, well, you can tell when it's cooked, because we got to turn it over too. So, but don't hurry it. It doesn't take that long for it to cook at all. And you just kind of just let it sit there and cook like that. I can't tell you, I cheated today and I used the no-bake graham cracker crust, one that was already together. I did put it in for, like it says, for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm using it because I forgot to get graham crackers, and I had that from leftover from New Year's. So I had that, and I made a sauce for the top, but I will go over the ingredients for the cheesecake. But if you're cooking along with me, go ahead and get 2 packages of cream cheese out and soften it. You can actually put it in a bowl, put it in the microwave for about a minute, and it'll soften it. And you want to beat that up good with the mixer because you don't want any lumps in it. And that's what I did earlier because I want to add the other ingredients to it here in a minute. Slide this around. Check this. And I'll show you when I turn this. See, I hope you can see that. See what a pretty sauce it has, or a pretty brown. It has that pretty grilled marking on it. So now this has got to cook like that, and I got it down to medium. And what I usually do, I make sure I keep that steam in there, and it cooks it. I just take some kind of a skillet lid. I don't have to, and just put it over it like that, and just let it cook that. And like I said, I can tell you on the sauce, when we get done with this, we're going to use that same butter, olive oil. I'm going to add a little more butter to it, and I'm going to add this stuff, and it goes into the teriyaki sauce. This is really not complicated at all. And let me see here. Get this stuff ready. Get my lids loose. So I have all, get all this done. Okay, like that. Because we'll have to add a little more butter. But I'm just letting this cook. And it's starting to turn. When you quit seeing that real bright red-orange color of the salmon, and it starts getting a dull color, then you know that it's cooking. And it's cooking properly. And it does take, like I said, it takes a few minutes. But all I have on there right now is that I put olive oil on it. That Slap Your Mama. I put some pepper on it. And then I added I let it sit there in that with some olive oil on it. And you've seen I added the garlic powder and paprika to it. And doing that, it just gives it some flavor in your salmon. But the other flavor is going to come from the teriyaki sauce. And depending on how much you like it, it depends on how much you want to put on it. You know, it's up to you. My grandson likes it on there, and I do too. But we'll even take the rice. I haven't cooked the rice yet because he doesn't get home from school for about another 2 hours. And he'll eat this before he eats supper. This will be his, he'll eat the salmon. He asked me, are you going to make that? And I said, yes. And he said, I'm going to eat that when I get home, and I'll eat whatever mom's cooking later. And I said, okay. And he said, what about the cheesecake? And I said, yeah, but I said, it's not going to be ready when you get home because it's got to sit in the refrigerator. He said, okay. So anyway, that's the extent of that. So it's kind of nice when they like what you cook and stuff. And I'm just going to leave that, like I said, cooking there. I can tell you, let me move you over here for just a minute. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see. There. I think you can kind of go back. Let me put it this way. I think this is an easier direction here. Yeah. Right here. Okay, I made a blueberry topping to go on the cheesecake. All this is some frozen blueberries and water, depending on how much you want. This is going to be a very thin coating. I take and I bring that to a boil, and I let it boil for about, not a roiling boil, but a soft boil, for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then I added 4 tablespoons for this little bit here. I added 4 tablespoons of sugar in there and let that dissolve. And I added half a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I took and it has a pinch of salt, of course. And then I took and took it off, and I took and made a slurry of some cornstarch, and I put not quite a tablespoon in there in that slurry. And it made it plenty thick, but you want this to be totally cooled and set up to go on your cheesecake later. It doesn't matter if it's one you bake in the oven or one that you make, and it's just in the refrigerator. So anyway, let me check this. So I think while this is finishing over here, I'm going to show you this. I got a bowl here, and like I said, guys, I don't measure things, so I'm kind of at, you just have to kind of watch. But I use the dark brown sugar, and I take about, I'm going to say 3 heaping tablespoons. I'm using just a kitchen tablespoon thing. Oh, and I forgot one thing. Let me get it. You got to have, I take apple cider vinegar and I put just a drizzle in there, about maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Then, of course, I take the garlic powder again, and I'm going to put some of that in here. And the paprika. And I don't use a whole lot of that because it's already on there. And I use some red pepper flakes. You can use however many you want, how much you want. And I don't like it real hot, and neither does my grandson. So we just put a little bit in there for a little bit of kick. And get another spoon. And I add about 2 tablespoons of garlic, fresh garlic in there. Also, I put that in there. And then I just kind of mix that together. And I'm going to put in some soy sauce. And then I'm going to get it hot and put in, when I get it hot, I'll put some butter in it over here. It's just, kind of make as much as you want, but I kind of taste my sauce too as I go along to make sure it's the way I want it. So I just stick my finger in there on the spoon, and it needs more, definitely needs more brown sugar in there. Okay. And I'll have the butter in there in a minute. So that's why I got 6 tablespoons for making. I do not use granulated sugar. I use brown sugar. It gets much better. Yeah, that's about there. And on that, little bit of that slap your mom in there too. And then I will add the, that needs a little pinch of salt in there. Not much, just a pinch. And I'm going to go over here and take this up and use that, like I said, and use it for the, it looks perfectly done to me. Yeah, it is. It's real firm. So, okay, I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to put a little more butter in there for this sauce. I'm going to take about 2 more tablespoons of butter I've got here and put it in here. Okay. And you want to turn that down. No, not a little past medium on the lower side. And because your skillet's already hot, kind of swirl it around. Oh, I didn't turn you all around. Sorry, guys. I didn't turn you around. Sorry. I'm not thinking. Okay, there you go. Let me see here. Okay. Here's the salmon. I took it up. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on it. I had it here. In the skillet, I took those drippings and I put 2 tablespoons of the butter in there. And hold on here. Let me bring that mixture over I showed you about. I'm going to put that over here. And put this in here. Because you want to cook the rawness of that sugar out. When you get a little bit, you got to put a tiny bit of water in there. The thing. If you want to cook the rawness of your garlic and your sugar, you don't want the sugar crystallizing in your sauce. And I just bring that, cook this like this. And again, before it gets real hot. That tastes pretty good. I don't think it's gonna need anything else. Now I'm over here, I can turn up, because I am gonna have to make a little slurry with it. And I have some made up from when I made it up earlier for the, what did I do with it? Okay, here it is. I'm gonna use that that's left here. Okay. And you can see, just let it get hot, good and hot. And then you can take and just drizzle in it, but you don't want it real thick, but you don't want it real thin, you know. Don't spill it all over like I did. Because you want it to be a sauce, you don't want it to be extremely thick, but you want it to be like a sauce, you know. And this is kind of set up, so. Let me see here. Probably got enough in there. Because you want this to go on top of that salmon and stick on it, you know, stay on it. Turn that up a little bit. And here we go. Just like this. I suppose if you had a little sesame oil, or just a tiny bit, because sesame oil is extremely overpowering. If you have something like that, or fish sauce, or something you want to put a little tiny bit in for more flavor, you can do that. You know, this is just what I'm doing for this. You know, still need a little bit more of that. It's just not thickening up like I want it to. My slurry got set up. There we go. Yeah, set up. Hold on. See if I can get this loosened. There we go. Because I need a little bit more of that. And I'll turn it up so it can get hot all the way through and cook. That's really all there is to cooking salmon. And if you're unsure whether it's done, you can take and put it, if you have a skillet or cast iron skillet or something, you can take from the oven, from the stovetop to the oven, and you want to let it cook off in there a little bit longer, 5 or 10 minutes, go ahead. But you don't want to dry your salmon out either. So you can overcook salmon really easy. And this sauce is starting to get thick. There. And then we'll move on to the cheesecake. Oh, I know what I did. I used some of that slurry. I mixed up too much for the, there it is. It's perfect now. I mixed up too much of it for my, blueberry topping that I made for the, that I showed you. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get, let me get my stuff for, the stuff that's gonna go in for the, pie here, cheesecake. It says you need, and when I'm using, I think it's 8 ounces of Cool Whip, and I think that's 12 ounces. And you want it where it's soft, where you can fold it in. This is the 2 packages of cream cheese. I have a half a cup of powdered sugar. I have a half a cup of sour cream. I have, I took a lemon. I've got about a teaspoon, half to two teaspoons, probably almost closer to a tablespoon of the lemon juice with some lemon zest. And I put a teaspoon of vanilla in that bowl. And like I said, I'm using this crust here because I didn't have any graham crackers. And here is this filling that's gonna go on top of it. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this mixed up. My cord gives me a hard time, so bear with me. I don't like to use it a lot live. All right, the cream cheese is fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the sour cream in. because you put your wood topping in last. Well, that's half a cup of your sour cream. Sorry, I didn't move the camera a while ago, guys. I just got sidetracked there talking. And here. And you can go ahead and put in half a cup of the powdered sugar. Like I said, this is very simple. Your lemon juice and your vanilla. You go right in. Just wait on the topping till the end. Okay? So let me get my hands. I got my hands sticky again. So hold on here. Okay. Let me dry them off. Okay. There we go. Don't ever buy these. I could get my big mixer out, but don't ever buy these that have these retractable cords on them. They're a pain in the butt. Just telling you. They don't work out the time. Okay, here we go. Scrape your sides down so it all gets blended. Okay, that's blended pretty good. Make sure you scrape your sides down so everything's blended good, you know, and you don't have any lumps in it. And then, I'm going to kind of taste this and see where I'm at. Let's go like that. Of course, you're adding your whipped topping too. So I'm going to take some of this and get this folded in, and I'm going to put it in the pie press so it can get in, it can set up. But I got to set this out so it got a little soft, so it's easier to use. So it'll blend up good. And I'm not going to use this whole container because this is more than what called for. It's 8 ounces. It's a small Cool Whip, and this is a bigger one. And left over. Okay. I forgot where I am on that. Put this out of the way so you can see. Okay. Now, let me see here. Lay this down and blend this. Here we go. I know it's going to come unplugged. This one, like these retractable cords. All right. That's pretty blended. I'm just going to kind of mix the rest up here real quick with my spatula. Let me see. I don't want that getting all over my camera here. Okay. I'm going to plug that in. Okay. And it's kind of thick. But actually, I'm going to taste it. I think it needs a little more vanilla. It has enough lemon, but it needs just a tad bit more vanilla, guys. I think. Takes away from it a little bit. This is pure vanilla, so I'm not using a lot of it. I'm going to rinse my hands off. Got stuff all over me again. I tried to put an apron on. I just can't move around in them for some reason. Okay. Just mix that in like this. Just where it's blended good. Like I said, they suggest that you let this set up for, and I have made them before, it's been a while. I usually make the baked ones. But if you want a quick dessert, and let me get this mixer out of the way, and something like that that you can use, like you've got company coming, and you want to make something that morning and it'll be ready, you can do this. You don't want to have to bake or it's hot out, you know? I'm going to make a Kool-Aid pie too. Found a recipe for that. And it has a graham cracker crust. I'm going to make my own because I like them because they're got more butter in them, I think. When you make your own, they're buttery. And I'm going to make that. You can use any flavored Kool-Aid. It says, no, I'm going to use strawberry. And I think it's sweet condensed milk. There's not a lot to it. And you just let it set up in the refrigerator too. It's another icebox pie. So, and you think that was going to be too much of a filling for this, but it's not. It's just perfect, you know. Now tasting as I go. I used to hate cream cheese, guys. I didn't like it at all. You have to acquire the taste for it, I think. But I didn't used to like it at all. Now I love it. Okay. Wipe this. Okay, now I'm just going to take this and just fill that crust in. Can you all see me? I don't know if you can or not. Yeah, maybe you can. Okay, I'm going to fill this crust in. Just swirl it around. Now, you can pipe after this gets real cold. You can pipe whipped cream on top of it, or you can use, I don't know, probably some fresh fruit if you're going to eat the whole thing right away. But I'm going to put this blueberry filling on it and then put it back in. But it has to set up because I don't want it to seep down into the cheesecake. So, and then actually you can take just sweetened butter, graham cracker crumbs, and actually put on the top fresh stuff if you want to. So it's going to look like this, and I'm going to get that in the refrigerator in a little bit. So that's it on that. Now I've got the sauce. It looks, I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to put it in a bowl. Put it in a bowl here. And you think it's not real, you don't need a whole lot of it, but it's really good, and it's good on the rice too. Just depends on how much you like flavored stuff. But it's really good, guys. I've been making this for me and him for a long time. And I'll show you. Here you go. It's about this consistency right here, actually. And like I said, let me see. Here is and you will notice with this, see, I hope you can, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can kind of tell that the salmon is set up and got thick on those ends. I don't know if you can see it or not, but then you know it's done. So just saying, that's, okay. I'm going to be doing, let me turn this around so I can talk to you. I'm going to be doing the naan bread and the buttered chicken, because I've had people ask for that, and I'm going to do that. I will probably do that. It takes a while to do that too. So y'all are going to have to, I might have to do a two-part. Unless we can, I don't know. My daughter said it's pretty easy though, because you mix the bread up and stuff. You don't have to knead it or anything, but it has to rest. But you have to fix it on the top of the burners on the electric stove or something. That's what she does, and they turn out perfect. And it's so good. I like it better than regular bread. But the other, it's just got a lot of prep. You know, it's mainly just cutting up chicken breasts into chunks, like we do for a lot of recipes, like the orange chicken I made, or like things like that. I am going to make some Mongolian beef and rice. So I will probably do the naan bread and the butter chicken the middle of the month. and I will do the Mongolian beef and rice. I will plan on doing that. Let's plan on that a week from today. That way we'll have all this bad, nasty weather out of here, hopefully. Because I don't want to plan it for the weekend because we've got this other stuff coming in, and I just don't want to chance it. And I will take a picture of the cheesecake and stuff and put it on my community post when it's done, and I'll show you. And then, I don't know, I think I might make that when I do the Mongolian beef and rice, I may just go ahead and just make the that strawberry Kool-Aid pie because it's not complicated. But I'm gonna use my own crust. So yeah. Why is it that people always get a hold of you when you're in the middle of doing something? I don't get it, but they do. They just continually get in here in your way. And for some reason, I can't clear that out. Why? Let me see. Okay. Go away. There it is. I'm telling you. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. I'm going to figure out some way to bring somebody on with me while I'm cooking so they can maybe read the comments, see if I can get my niece Panthera or Taz to do it for me. Get one of them come on and read the comments while I'm in the live, while I'm cooking and stuff, or if people have questions, because they can see that. And it's hard for me to do it, guys, when I'm cooking. It's just impossible. And I am going to make some, I still have not done my shepherd's pie. I want to do that. But I'm going to do the Mongolian beef and rice, and then we'll do the Kool-Aid pie. Then I will do the naan bread and the chicken, the butter chicken. Let me see. Today is the 1st, so 1 and 7 is the 8th. So if I do it on the next Wednesday, I do the Mongolian beef. Let's do the butter chicken on the 15th. Yeah, the 15th. Let's do it on the 15th. And what I will do, I will try to do this maybe. I'm going to talk to my daughter and see how long. I might do it, make the bread, and then do that. And then, so it's not a real long live, because I don't know how long y'all want to stay in here. Maybe do the bread and then come back and do the butter chicken. But the same day, the same day. But just take and break it down. And then that too gives me a chance to rest in between, because I'm going to be 72. My back is bothering me horribly with this rain and this cold, because it turned real cold out, and it just, ugh. I know my daughter's complaining, my son-in-law's complaining, and they're in their 40s. And I thought, yeah, I got news for you. It's going to get a lot worse. And I have friends that are in their 40s and 50s, and their legs and knees and ankles are hurting them too, so hands, you name it. So it's just the weather. I think the weather, you don't have to be old for the weather to mess with you. But thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. I will post those, but like I said, I'm going to do the Mongolian beef. I'll shoot for that on the 8th. I will go live at 1:30 again. And then on the 15th, I'm going to let you know after I talk to my daughter and see. I might have to do it maybe do the bread around, I don't know, 11. And then wherever long it takes to do that, and then come back and do the butter chicken, maybe around 2 or something. I'll get it figured out and let y'all know. Because a lot of those things like that, and I've never made it. She makes it, and it is so good. I mean, and the thing about it is, it's got to be, my chihuahuas will beg for that. I mean, it's just crazy. It's really good. It's good. It's just something I wouldn't want all the time, but it's really good for a change. But the bread, I could eat that all the time. Anyway, that's what I have. I'm going to look into some more salads to make, and I'm going to try to get some of her keto cookie recipes and stuff. She makes a keto lemon cookie. I'll show you. She made some the other day for my son-in-law because he likes them. I'll show you what they look like. They are really good. They look like this. Like that. And they're good. They're really good. They're really lemony. They're not hard to make. She whips them up in no time. And I will find out about some of the keto stuff, because she's made some really good stuff. She made a layered dessert too with the strawberry stuff. And it was really good. So but she goes off and on, because you have to watch things, because keto can cause you to have kidney stones, and it can cause you to have a lot of health problems. You just have to be extremely careful with. But she has lost a lot of weight. So that's what her point is in this. So anyway, that's what I have today. If y'all would go over and check out Panthera LaLuna's channel. She's covering, well, the Athena Strand case here in Texas, but for right now, she's covering Aaron Carter. It's very interesting what you find out. And my kids watched him and stuff. And like she said, we had to go into this backwards, not being familiar. But there's a lot, the more things you find out, people can make things look one way and it's totally different. And people talk. They start talking when they've told too much or told the wrong people. And they slowly let the saying goes, the cat out of the bag. So I'm just telling you, she's got a lot, and she does lives all the time. I mean, over there with her, a lot to help her. That's my niece. So anyway, just go over there and check her out if you get a chance. She has she's got some very interesting lives and stuff on there. So that's what I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know on my community page or in the comment section. Let me know how your salmon did and your cheesecake. And like I said, I will take a picture of this later before my grandson gets into it and show you the finished product. Have a good rest of your week, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye-bye.